Hello guys, welcome back. It's GapToothGamer.
Ooh, GapToothGamer.
You know how I do this. Get ready for some cheese and bunch time.
Oh yeah.
What up YouTube, it's your boy GapToothGamer. Welcome to the GTG joint. Now this is a video simply showing you how to do port forwarding, and it's straightforward and it's idiot proof, so you should have no issues doing this. And this has been a request that's been done, and this has gone on from like people from my IGN forum and people that I speak to on like Twitter and basically all that kind of stuff on like the Minecraft servers that I go on and the servers that I do. Now, so this is, again, like I said, an idiot-proof video of port forwarding. Now, if you already know how to do port forwarding already, obviously this video is not going to be for yourself. But if you don't know how to do port forwarding and you don't want to pay monthly subscription for a server, if you just want to play, if it's just a small one for you and your friends, then this is something for you to do. I'd recommend you need at least 2 gig of RAM or at least 4 gig of RAM before you are trying this, because if you're just going to do a vanilla server and you're not going to install any mods or anything like that, if you're just going to install like your essentials and word guards and the kind of protection plugins, then that's okay. But if you're looking for a lot of mods, then I recommend you need at least 2 to 4 gigs of RAM to run the server from, as this run from a Minecraft jar. So step 1, find the server of your choice. So like I said, this could be Craft Bucket, this could be Tech8, this could be standard Minecraft jar, which is purely vanilla. And the other ones that you can use is like AIT Launcher. Now AIT Launcher is purely for basically, I'd say guys that have got a lot of memory. I'd say you need at least 16 to 12 gig of RAM if you are going to run something like the AIT Launcher, which has like your Mad Pack and your vanilla overall, which a lot of people stream on Twitch TV. So if maybe you want to do live streaming on Twitch of the kind of stuff like Bacon Donut, Waffle, Sebidus, and everyone like that do, and like your Chaos Knight, then basically Chaos Trunks, sorry, not Chaos Knight, Chaos Trunks, and like Deathridge and all those guys, then you'd need 16 to 12 gigs of RAM. Okay, we don't need that anymore. So I'm assuming you've downloaded the server of your choice by now. Now once you've done that, you want to go to Downloads file, open up a new folder, so you just can right click new folder and just name it whatever you want. I've just named it test, as I'm just showing you guys this. Now once you've done that, double click on your Minecraft jar whilst you're in this file, and all these files should generate. And this is going to be simply this is your server now at the moment. So your server is now created, but you need to get it online, and that's what I'm going to show you next. Okay, so once you've got your server, the main thing you need to do is open that, and that's what you need to remember. So 25565, make sure you remember that, as you will need that again later on. Okay, once again, the next point then, this is just a bit of advice for you guys. So look, if you look at that information there, you can see it's not that great. And if you are going to be using a lot of mods and stuff for your server, this is just going off topic at the moment, I'd recommend you have something like Winrar or Winzip already download, and I'll put the links in the description for that. And I recommend downloading Notepad++, as you can see the difference. Everything just loads up and it's very nice, just like that. And if you want to have a default resource pack, I actually don't know how to do that, and I don't know how to do that. But if you guys want me to do another video and showing you guys how to set up an actual server, then I'll happily make that video. But I'm only going to do it if there's lots of requests. So comment, like, share on this video, and if you want me to make a server video which is idiot proof as well, I can help you make a good server, and then you just need to create your spawn, and it'll be I'll help you create a lag-free server basically. The next steps then is going to be here. So this link will be in the description as well. So this is setuprouter.com. Now this will give you lots of router for you to pick between of whatever your company is with. Now obviously you want to scroll through here and find your router. Now if you can find the company that you're with, you want to click on them. So let's say my company here is Virgin, so if I go down to V, I can see that Virgin is there. Now the model number that you need to do is you need to find it. So that's not my model number, and that's also not my model number, but this is. So I'd click on that, and then I'll put log to Virgin Media Superhub. So that's the actual IP that I would use to get to my Virgin Superhub. As an example, I'll just show you this very quickly. This would take me exactly right there. Now if you've got this right and you found the right hub for you and you've got the right information, then make sure that you are using that correctly, okay? So whilst you're there then, as you can see here, it says at the moment the password is unknown, and basically the username and password is unknown. But I already know my password already, because obviously if it's unknown like that, you can call the actual network company, and basically they will tell you the actual username and password, and that's basically it. But by default, let's just say for instance I go back one moment. Let's just say I find a popular router. So let's say Netgear, and just let's say I select, I don't know, let's say the D630. As you can see here, it gives me that. Now this is when obviously, see, this is not going to work for me because it's not there, so it's not going to connect up for myself. But the username and password by default is normally admin or password. So by default that will be the username and password, and that was my default username and password, although it didn't show that information on this website. Most default username and password is just admin. So like my username is admin, but my password, I've changed that. So I'll show you that part in a moment. So once you've done that good stuff there, let's just see. Obviously you want to go to your router screen, so load that up and keep that safe. You don't want to close that down. You can get rid of this now because you won't need this anymore. The next part is going to be here. So you're going to need a service, well, that does installs for you automatically, and this is to set up your static IP address. Now this is so that if you want to leave your computer on and you're out at school, at work, or wherever, and so other people can play your server and it's online, all you do is leave your computer on. They would be able to play the server. If you've got an admin or an op or someone that's basically running this, helping you run the server, they can be looking after it and playing online. Or if you build in spawn, you've got builders, they can be building stuff for you whilst you're away. But this allows you to set it up for a 24-hour server, or also just for playing with your friends as well. Okay. So what you just want to click that, it'll basically tell you to download the information, but I don't want to do that because I've already done that. Now once you are installing this, there is some adverts linked to this, so do make sure that after you've selected your program files, you read the information there afterwards, and if it's an advert, just keep declining them, and it'll finish the installation for you automatically, and that will stop adverts being installed onto your computer. Once you've done that, you then need to download the second one, which is the port checker. Now this would check after everything's been set up, after you've followed my instructions. It's basically going to show you that basically everything works. So that's the main thing. So it's basically going to say the port's open. So as an example, it should say something like this. Now, if it doesn't say the ping result, that's not a problem. But as long as it says that's green and that's green, it's okay. Like mine won't show my ping for some reason, but it still works, so it's not a problem. So let's close that then, cause well, I won't close that because I'll use it for the link that I'll show you. So that's not a problem. But I'll close it. In fact, for the moment, I close that. So for the next part, as you can see, this is the information that I used here. Now I'm just going to add this on to my information here very quickly. So I'm just going to add that on. And I'm assigning with my password. I'm only using this, oh, hold on. So I'm only using this, so you don't see the Minecraft IP address and stuff like that. Just double check it's on. Okay, so once that is done, pretty much you'll log in. You'll then go to Advanced Settings. Then you want to make sure that you click on your port forwarding. So make sure you click on that. And once you're at port forwarding, you want to leave everything as it is there. So you want to close out all that information down. So let me just take that off for a moment. Then you want to load up the static IP address, you know, the installer I mentioned for you. So you want to make sure you load up the static IP installer. So at the moment it'll say make it to a dynamic IP, but I don't want that to happen, as I've already made mine to a static IP address, and I leave that like that all the time. So this doesn't affect your internet speed, it doesn't affect your download, it just means that you've got a static IP, so you can sign into your IP address anywhere in the world. You know, if you do business and like you could sign in from home and stuff. So that's kind of what the static IP does. It sets up a static IP that anyone can use to sign in anywhere around the world. And that's what's basically going to happen for your Minecraft server. So you want people to be able to sign in anywhere from, well, sign into your Minecraft server anywhere around the world, basically. So once you've done that, you can close that. And just let you know as well, I should give you a bit more information here. Once you load it up, it will give you a default IP address. If you don't want that to be your IP address, it'll give you the option to change it, and you can save that information. So if you ever make it back to a dynamic IP address and you forgot what your IP address was, you just go to load and it loads everything back up. So always make sure you save whatever information you've got and the IP address that you'd like to use back once you've got the your static IP address. So let's close that. Let's just go back onto this very quickly. Okay, now once you've done that, then you'll need to go to here, name this whatever you want, and basically this is where you put your 255, so your 25565. So you want to make sure that's in the start, and you want to make sure this is also in the end. So I'll say that again. You want the 25565 to be in the start, and you'll need to be in the end as well. So once all that good stuff's done, you then want to make sure that that this section is basically TCP and UDP. Now, if this is something different in your country, then basically always make sure that the two of them are selected. So whatever this is, basically always make sure that that's selected. And then all you do is type in your IP for whatever that is into there. So the numbers that you've changed at this end, just type that into there and then go to add rule, and I'll add it to where the screen is blacked out at the moment. And from that point, you'll then basically go to apply. Once you've applied, you just want to then sign out, as you've now almost got your server done. So let me just close this off. So I don't need that anymore. Okay. So the next steps then is you want to go to this website. So it's DTDNS. And just let you know, all links will be in the description below, so you don't have to type these in manually. So load all this up. Okay, now I'm assuming everyone's loaded this up so far, and if you're following so far and you're keeping up to track, and if you've missed certain parts, just go back, watch it again. But by now, pretty much your server is almost set up. So once you've done that, you will then need to obviously create an account. So just create an account. This is free. You don't pay anything for obviously setting it up. You do pay something if you were to set up like 5 of these, but you only need to set up 1 or 2 at a time. Your first 2 accounts is free. So if you want to set up one as a, let's say you actually want to set up a Minecraft server that people can play on and they pay and buy stuff from you and stuff like that, and you want to have a private server for your friend, that's the only thing that you are actually going to be needing. So that's it. So I'm assuming you've done that. So once you've done that, sign in. Now you want to make sure that you go where host name is. Okay. So I'm assuming that you're there. Now whilst you're on this website, it will tell you automatically what your dynamic IP address is here, and it should start with an 8. If that doesn't work, if you go into, let's say, your Google search bar and just type in what's my dynamic IP address, there'll be a link as well for that. I'm not going to go into that link because I don't want you to know my dynamic IP address, but that will give you that basically straight away. Okay, now for this part, so say for instance, once you're in host name, it'll say add host name, it'll ask you some information. Now, this is the name of my server. So the first part is the Tooth and Gum Army. So that's my name there. Now, if I wanted to be just .net, then you'd have to pay to have it as just .net. But because I'm only paying my friends and everything like that, I'm not actually playing a Minecraft server. Doesn't really need to be just like that. I know it's a bit long, but obviously I don't need it to be just like .net because I'm not having people coming onto the server that can pay and buy stuff and stuff like that. Obviously you can start it off like this and then eventually you can change it over once your server is actually making you money, or people are actually donating and contributing to your server if they really like it. But at this point, you'll get an option to select a few different information. I just selected the DNS.DTDNS.net. So if you were to click that, you'll see that my server is online at the moment, and it should show you there's only 10 people. So if you were to write all that in and type that in, but mine's a whitelist server, so when my computer shut down, obviously you won't be able to go online and check it's there. But if you're ever about and see me, I'm uploading videos, whatever, you'll notice that server will be up, but it's whitelisted, so you wouldn't be able to join anyway. But obviously, just as proof, you can see that's there. But I'm also going to show you the proof now that the server is up and working. So once you've done all that good stuff, I'll then clear all that. So I'll just let you know that again. So quickly just going over it because my voice is kind of hurting. So you're going to go to host names, it'll say add host, you type in whatever your information in there, then it'll automatically get you to choose your own name. So this means that once you're giving out your server IP address, rather than it just be numbers, it's just name. So you just say this is the name of my server, type it in, and that will work. So let me close this down to show you. So just before I do that, I just want to show you something very quickly. So if I go to this now, and if I go to check me, So obviously by now you've done everything that if you've done everything that basically everything that I've shown you right now, your server should be now up and running. And this is just the last thing you need to do, just to double check that everything's up and working for everyone. And once again, just like I said, this is idiot proof. So if you follow the step-by-step guides that I've given you, you will have a server here, and it's port forwarded from your own router, and you don't need to pay anything for the server, unless it gets really popular, and then obviously you want it to be 24/7 all the time. So you don't want to leave your computer on all the time, then obviously people's paying you money for the server, then you can change it over. But for now, starting off a Minecraft server has never been easier with this way. And do thumbs up, like, share, comment, and all that good stuff. Just for obviously feedback, just to show that you are enjoying this and you found this very useful, as lots of people are going to find this useful. So once you've done that, you just go check me. Okay. And that's loading. So as you can see, your external IP is such and such, and your port is open on your computer. Okay, so all that's opened up now. So all I need to do now quickly is then load up my Minecraft launcher. So I use AIT launcher. Now the reason I use AIT launcher is because I've my servers with a mod pack. So this is what I mean. This is like this is the mod pack server that I've got. So let me just click play. 1 second. Just play Minecraft. La 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 la. And just let you know, guys, as well, that to check out the GapToothGamer channel, that link will be in the description below. If you subscribe to that, I have Minecraft series going. I'll be having Tommy Clan's Ghost Phantom, which is an online thing for Steam. It's a free MMO, which is awesome. I'll have the Dota 2 stuff coming soon. I'll have the FIFA videos coming soon. Yeah, so pretty much it's just popping off. So check that out. Let's wait for this to load up. And once again, towards the end, I know my voice started to go, but I do hope that you found this video very useful and you enjoyed it. That's the main thing. You enjoyed it. So let's just do this now. Blah de blah de blah. The mod pack. Mojang. 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 Come on, Mojang. Mojang. God damn, Mojang. Hey, Mojang. We seen Mojang. So as you can see here, just to show you guys this very quickly, there's 159 mods activated, but I say I actually have over 170 because this is in the mod pack. There's the original mod pack is 159 packs, but for the server, I've installed some more mods pack to that, so it's currently 170 mods I've got running from my server, which at the moment, you see, if you get to there, it will show you that. So you can't connect to the server. Now that's because I'm not running the server at the moment, so I've not launched the server. Okay, so I'm going to launch the server for you in a second. But as you can see, that's the stuff that I copied from the website, the exact same thing. If I did a direct connection, just to make it clearer, that's the same information there. So what I now need to do is go to my server part for here, and then I would launch server. Now I actually need to install some more mods into here, because you will see in a moment it will say that the system can't keep up, and that's simply because I need some more mod packs. So I need, sorry, not more mod packs, I need to add more RAM. So there's currently 8 gig of RAM added to this server, so I'm probably going to need to add about 10. It's very interesting, so we'll wait for that to load. And I said, if you guys want to know how to set up a server, just leave some feedback for that, and you know, I'll help you set that up. And just let you guys know as well, I've got the same 25565 port, so all that's the same. And obviously, like I say, I've got this is how my server is set up at the moment, so there might be a bit of PvP. I'm gonna add PvP for just me and my friends. You know, we can be stupid and stuff. Obviously online mode. So if this is online mode, so this is if you want people that's got like fake accounts, they can come onto the address into your account, and you know, they can basically mess about on your account, but you don't want that to happen. And obviously whitelist, that's true. So I only added 10 people. I could add up to about I'd say, with the amount of RAM I've got, I would say 50 people. Because about the amount of mods I've got in, and with the actual people, so I should say I could run a server of 50 people, but I'm not going to do that for now. I'm just going to play with my friends. Okay, so all that failed to bind the port. Okay, so it's saying the server is already running. So what have I done? I've done something wrong here. Oh, god damn. Yeah, okay. What I need to do is I need to close the other server. I've still got the other server running, so where is it? Aha. Let me open this big. So you know the original Java file that I ran? I've still got that running. Stupid me. That kind of failed. So not idiot proof on my behalf. So that's my fault, guys. I do apologize about that. Clear that. The only thing that should be on here is a Java update. To clear this. That could be in Minecraft. Let me see. Minecraft's closed. Let me just close that as well. Okay, so I've closed all those down. So I do apologize about that. That absolutely failed a lot. And I'm just going to double check that's working now. So I do apologize about that, because I forgot to close it. I should have closed that information. Let me just double check that all the Java files are shut. Failure on my part. Sorry, guys. So let's run that again. Play that. And as that's playing, we will run server again. So yeah, that kind of failed slightly. That's my fault for not closing down, because when I ran the Java file for the other server, obviously you can see that the other server was up and working, because it was telling me that it was working. I just needed the other version of Minecraft, and it needs to be in 1.8. So not good at all. So let's watch all this good information run here. And obviously, it's a good thing with this. Obviously, when you run it like this, you can see all your errors that's here. So you can see all the errors that are coming up. It tells you if there's also as well. It'll tell you if there's any issues with any mods, like it told me then. So I knew that I had to close down the other Minecraft jar. Come on, man. Come on, Shimon. Obviously, for this part, you can skip for this part until obviously you see me on the actual server. I give you permission to skip this part because this is failure on my part. Come on, Shimon. 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 There we go. So this is my Madpack server, guys. So I'm joining. Yes, I am very good. So as you can see here, I put myself in creative on my own Madpack server. So here it is. It's got everything here. Got all the mods on that I wanted to have on. Moonlight, I can punch all the trees through. This is actual house that I spawned in, just to let you know as well. I'm going to delete this world when I start again, the actual server. I'm just going to delete the actual world and everything, because I was on here, so I want to start from day one as fresh, just to let no one know that I'll be cheating. And I will be doing a, what's it called? I will be doing look, I've got everything here. I can set, I don't even know what this does, but yeah, I can place all these kind of stuff. It's all here. What the frick? What's that for? I'll have to find out about that in the, yeah. Oh, holy crap. Oh god. Oh god. What does this do? What does this do? Let me find something to hit. Oh my days. Oh my days. And there must be something to hit round here. Cows! Hello, cows! Oh, come on, man. Yeah, so there's everything that's here, basically. Got all the extra mods, all the mod. Oh god, look at that beast. That has to be the daddy sword. Tell me it's got a special ability. Oh god. Oh dear lord. Oh dear lord. Oh, it's got a special ability. Doom! Stupid cow! You'll die! Oh, it's only does 3 special ability. What does 1 hit do? Stop running! Come here, cow! Does 7. Okay, yeah, so this is Steve! Hello! And I hope you enjoy your server when you're playing on it with your friends, because I surely will be. And I have a broadsword that is kick-ass, my foes. Thank you for watching, and remember to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Because I just helped you set up your own server. Slash save all. I don't know why I'm saving it, but it's gonna get deleted now, so goodbye people, enjoy. Peace, you mofos, and enjoy this video, and I hope you all enjoy playing on your own servers with your friend.